Hello, this is a short review or comparison video about mittens. I have here two different kind of army surplus mittens. This one is the British Army one, and I think the specific name is Arctic Mittens MK3, and this is just a plain Dutch Gore-tex lined mitten. These are all both in DPM camouflage, and these both are easily available from eBay, and it seems that the prices are, well, pretty much from 10 euros up, and both can be get new or, well, by little used. Now let's take a look at the British mitten first. Usually the British Army manages to make excellent gear, and this is the exception to the rule. I would say that these are not recommended for anyone if they are planning on doing something. Well, if we look at the structure, the back of the hand has some kind of polycotton material, and the palm side and the thumb and part here is made of Gore. This also has this trigger finger feature that, well, might be nice if it would work, and this has actually, I would say that this is real wool lining. What is good about this mitten is that this is really warm mitten because of the wool liner, but then again, I don't really recommend this because the Gore on the palm side is really rigid, and even if there is these friction dots, it seems that there are two different versions of this glove, with and without the friction dots, but anyhow, even if you would have those, you don't really have that much grip. This is a really slippery glove, and also because it's made out of Gore, you don't really have that much finger dexterity, so if you are planning on doing something that requires, well, finger dexterity, these are not good. So let's say if you are putting up a camp and you are trying to set up your tent with these, it's a little bit tricky. But of course you might have the argument that you have the trigger finger. Okay, the trigger finger isn't insulated by anyways, by any means. It's just basically polycotton going all around, and if it's minus 20 degrees, okay, you are going to basically freeze up your fingers. I don't really recommend this for anything, and also the thumb is really rigid. But they are cheap, something like 10 euros up, but they are warm. So if you don't have any other options but to get these, well, then they might be recommended for the warmth, but there's always options. Like if you want something, the mittens with trigger finger, well, the Germans and, well, the Czechs make really good mittens with trigger fingers. So that's not an argument to get these. Now if we'll now look at the Dutch version of their mitten, this back side is made out of thin Gore material, and the palm side is made out of leather, and the thumb is completely leather, and we have this area here and the fingertips covered in leather. What also makes this an excellent mitten is that this has a Gore-tex liner. Of course there's two versions of this available, and the other one doesn't have the Gore-tex liner. And this also has a proper wrist tightening mechanism, so if you are doing stuff in the snow or something, well, you don't, first of all, it stays in your hand and snow doesn't get so easily inside the mitten part here. And I would say that the leather here, especially if you know how to treat your leather, this has excellent grip, finger dexterity is much better, and doing stuff with these is easy. So if you are trying to set up your tent, I would recommend that this kind of mitten with leather in the palm and finger section is more recommended. And this also has woolen liner, so this is equally warm to the British one, but this is much more, let's say, usable if you are trying to do something. Of course, if your plan is just to stand there and watch other people doing stuff, I would say that this is excellent, because then you have an excuse that, well, you have no can do mittens. And well, so if you have to make a decision and you want good mittens in DPM camouflage, I would say that go with the Dutch one.